Welcome back everyone, long time no see, Jigglypuff and I say hi. Today we'll be discussing some tremendously obscure details for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet newest trailer. In case you don't know, or you forgot, I'm Johto Jonny, a gaming analyst here on the Red Tube that finds the smallest details both in unreleased game trailers and released games. What's that? Red Tube is what? Okay, don't type that in on your search bar, folks. Anyways, let's get started on finding all these tremendously obscure details in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet second trailer. We're gonna go in order, so I know this may sound like the most measly, insignificant detail you've ever heard, but there's a signpost on our way to the professor's lab. We can trace the style of signpost to a subsequent shot that gives us a clearer picture of what signposts will look like. Kinda ugly if you ask me. I much prefer the one with the Meowth shot, but hey, I guess that style of sign can't work for everything. Speaking of seemingly insignificant details, check out the Poke Centers. They have speakers attached to the side of them. While this may seem tremendously obscure at first, maybe it isn't. If Game Freak has learned how to implement dynamic music and even spatially activated music, perhaps we'll hear music fade in and out as we approach or walk away from these Poke Centers. If we've been really good boys and girls, and everything in between and all around, maybe it'll even sound like it's coming from a third-party speaker in-game. Kinda like those speakers in Paper Mario. Now, peep this stone structure in the landscape shot. Looks like a memorable landmark, right? Remember this for later. Now, I've seen some debate on where exactly the professor's lab is. Some people think it'll be at the coastline building. Others believe it'll be at the school in the big city. Well, get ready to fight more because we know that we can obtain these starters at the building located on the coastline near our house. You know, the one that has the fountain we see in some of these shots. However, the professors are never shown here, only inside. You know who is shown here though? Our rival. Is this her house? If so, is Pneumonia? Damn it, my computer autocorrected her name again. You know what, I'm just gonna give in. Her name is Pneumonia now. Is Pneumonia asking us if these are our Pokemon because she has no idea why they're scattered around her yard? Or maybe she's just genuinely curious while at the professor's lab, just like you are. Or maybe she knows damn well that they're not yours and she's being rude. Who knows? Anyways, does Pneumonia even take one of the starters? We only see her use Palmy later on. I assume so, as this battle takes place in front of the big city instead of at the starter location. So, it's assumed that time has passed and both of you have caught more Pokemon by now. Oh, okay. Are you ready for this detail that's totally not tremendously obscure? Well, take a look behind Pneumonia as she's talking. There's a waterway with an umbrella-topped table set back there. Cool. There's also a very faint, blurred structure in the back. It's rather large and narrow. Interesting and totally not tremendously obscure. The science guy scene has shown us many things, such as a movable camera during dialogue and even the reaffirmation that yes, we should believe in science. But it also reveals one more thing. Particle effects in the air! Yup, the wind is blowing leaves and other debris through the sky, and as you'd expect from a AAA title. Here's to hoping that more details like this are to come. In the scene that reveals follow Pokemon and emoting, you can see a gorgeous stone fence. At the very start of the shot, we see something next to it that resembles a sort of booth. This is totally useful information and absolutely not a tremendously obscure detail if I do say so. This area where Smoliv resides is somewhere near the wind turbines from the first trailer, as we can see far back in the shot. More curious is the Smoliv in the background as we catch a Smoliv. Either this is a developer camera for throwing a ball in the overworld, or there is some change to how other wild Pokemon behave when entering a Pokemon battle from how, in Legends, they simply disappear or gang up on you if they're close enough. This shot of the trainer running reveals some trees on the cliffside. just more proof we'll be able to scale these somehow, most likely with the use of Pokemon. You can see the stone structure from earlier up close here in the Venonat shot. Told you to remember this one. Kinda looks like a destroyed castle. This box in the sand looks unfinished as heck though. Forget tremendously obscure, this is utterly abysmal. There's an asset at this challenge zone that kind of resembles a Pokestop from Pokemon Go. Weird. The flags obviously have flames, but there's also a broken star symbol. If anyone knows that this already represents something or whatever, let me know. But otherwise, it might have to do with the gimmick of sorts, or be a symbol for the challenge areas in general. The pole here in the desert challenge leads me to believe that it has something to do with either golf, or perhaps simply reaching the goal. Theories on this are more than welcome in the comments section as per usual. The final shot confirms that Pokemon don't turn around to look at you when you send them out. I'm kinda scared this means they don't have any spatial detection whatsoever yet again, like in pre-Pokemon Legends. But it could also be tied to command mechanics like I mentioned earlier, or this could just be because we're watching footage from a very early build of the game. Did you learn something new? If so, go ahead and stick around the channel for more awesome, ultra detailed analysis from yours truly, Johto Jonny. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.